heading into the pit already, and the races are of gold.
It looks like we'll be seeing an overtaking attempt by Miola from the outside, and Pangilinan maintaining his position. Side by side, Sukiya and De Vera tight in turn 4. Oh!
There it is, Gino!
Yes. It looks like these drivers will stop at nothing to win here tonight. The competition goes down the line as our racers have one last chance to claim the coveted overall championship title. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to round 3 race heats of the Toyota Gazoo Racing GT Cup Philippines 2021. My name is Gino Killiamore, and this is my co-host, Ref Bangsil. Hello, Ref.
Hello, everyone. Hey, Gino. What's up, bro? Now, everyone, we finally arrived at the third and final round of our competition, and by the end of the night, well, we'll definitely crown overall championships in both the promotional and the sporting classes for this round. Now, one thing's for sure, these racers will lay everything, absolutely everything on the line to be this season's champions.
That's right, without any question whatsoever, we will have one exciting finish for our races today. So fasten your seatbelts and join us for this exciting ride. What do we have in store for everyone tonight?
Well, Gino, we'll be seeing semi-final and final heats for both the promotional and sporting classes. And now the top 10 finishers in both finals also earned overall championship points.
You know, I just cannot express how excited I am as we draw closer to the races. But even before the races begin, we would want to greet everybody who's joining us in this coverage. Again, please feel free to share the stream and use the hashtag GRGTCupPH2021. Of course, we'd also like to thank Toyota Gazoo Racing for making this competition possible. You know, this global motorsports brand aims to create better vehicles for everyday use based on the learning from the racetrack. And they want to bring the adrenaline of racing to everybody. So even people who are online by holding the GRGT Cup in the Philippines. So thank you, Toyota Motor Philippines, for providing the rush of racing through the GRGT Cup. That being said, Ref, are we gonna see repeat winners or may mga bagong pangalan ba tayo makikita sa mga podium places natin today?
Gino, the thing with this is you don't really know what to expect. Kasi sabihin nga natin, yes, meron tayong mga winners from the previous 2 rounds. What if someone steps up, yung mga bago nating racers, at magamit nila the points that multiply and they're able to, get that W. So we really don't know. But honestly, I believe we will have a hotly contested round 3 because it's their last chance to win and gain overall championship points for this specific round. Now, in a short while, we're off to the races. But before that, everyone, I know excited kayo lahat, but our friends from Toyota, of course, want us to check out this amazing ride. Check this out.
At the core of Toyota Gazoo Racing lies motorsports DNA. Combine that with the Philippines' best-selling sedan, you get the new Vios GRS. Its black accent details and aero kit upgrade capture the feel and excitement on the track, and the 10-speed CVT that exudes the TGR competitive spirit. On the road or on the track, always be ready for a heart-racing, exhilarating ride. The new Vios GRS. Bring on the thrill.
Achieve that racing vibe through everyday driving with the Toyota Vios GRS. The Vios we have known for its quality and reliability is now infused with the Gazoo Racing treatment, making the car look always race-ready. So to learn more about this amazing car, visit toyota.com.ph/Vios/1.5GRS.
Most definitely, Gino. And of course, the Vios GRS sure does sound exciting because it's one of the most newest cars that are out there, and it gives everyone a taste of what really the GR experience is like. And of course, to share excitement for everyone who's watching right now, all of you can get a chance to take home some exciting Toyota GR merchandise, and all you have to do is just like the Toyota Gazoo Racing Facebook page and answer this trivia question, which is, what is the vehicle that our sim racers are using in this competition? Now, I'm sure you guys know the answer to this, so all you have to do is enter your answers in the comment section and use the hashtag GRGTCupPH2021. Now, everyone, we officially begin the Toyota Gazoo Racing GT Cup Philippines of 2021, and of course, powered by Petron Blaze 100. And now we bring you round 3 of the promotional class. For those who are watching us for the very first time, Gino, how does a racer qualify for this division?
This is actually pretty simple. It's open to all Filipinos aged 18 and above. as long as you don't have professional esports racing experience. So, these could be students, could be employees, could be businessmen, businesswomen, whatever really, as long as
every type of person he has a passion for, racing. This is the class that will be mixed with. So halo-halo talaga yan from a different young, old, students, employees, students, teachers, businessmen, CEOs. Everyone will be here. And this can be a springboard to a pro sim racing career, meaning this can be your stepping.
That's actually what's beautiful about it, because this is a great way to try and kind of gauge if you have what it takes to build a pro sim racing career, right?
That's right, Gino. And indeed, their sim racing prowess are no pushover. But everyone, before we proceed, let's take a look at how the competition unfolded. Gino.
Now, here in the promotional class, the top 24 qualifiers from the leaderboard were divided into multiple lobbies. From there, the top 4 finishers per lobby in terms of lap time went on to the final heat.
That's right, Gino, and it really is tough to make it to the final heat, which means that only the strong will survive. But anyway, providing the challenge for them is the racetrack that we will be using. Gino, take it away.
Our favorite, the featured course for round 3 is the Fuji Speedway, which is an FIA Grade 1 track. Now, it used to be the home of the Formula 1 Japanese Grand Prix until it was transferred to Suzuka. Now, this 56-year-old race course already went through 5 configurations, the latest of which gives the following dimensions. It's 4.5 kilometers, including one of the longest straights on all motorsports tracks, which totals up to 1.47 kilometers. There are a total of 16 turns. Obviously, in the 16 turns, there are difficult turns as well. Turn 6, which is a hairpin turn, and turns 11 and 12, or the Dunlop corner, consists of a tight right hairpin turn when the course is in full configuration. And just as a little bit of bonus knowledge, Toyota Motor Corporation actually acquired the Fuji Speedway back in 2000.
That's right, Gino. But now, before we proceed with the semifinals heat, let's talk about our racers' cars for tonight, the legendary Toyota GR Supra. Of course, as everyone knows, the GR Supra only comes in automatic transmission. It is an 8-speed vehicle which sports a 3.0-liter twin-scroll turbocharged engine with an inline 6, and it also has 335 horsepower that translates to 5,000 to 6,000 revolutions per minute. Grabe, and of course, it is a rear-wheel drive car, ideal for cornering, for drifting, for straights, and anything that you would need. Of course, best with Bridgestone tires. Of course, it has all the modern systems that you need and anything that might guide you whenever you're in races or even daily driving, such as anti-lock braking system, a traction control system, and a vehicle stability control. Everyone, without a doubt, the Toyota GR Supra will fulfill your need for that adrenaline rush. And if you're interested to learn more, please visit www.toyota.com.ph/gr-supra. And now that we all know the track and the car, we finally bring you the semi-final heat of round 3 of the GRGT Cup 2021 promotional class. Alright, Gino, so we're watching the highlights right now, but I just want to ask you, first, nag-Gran Turismo ka rin, Gino, diba? What do you really love about the Fuji Speedway course?
I don't know, man. Like the first time I drove on the Fuji Speedway course, at least in Gran Turismo Sport, because I've never done that in real life, although it would be kind of cool to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at it, if you look at the upper right side, you'll kind of see the mini map there, and you'll see how it's laid out. It looks fairly easy. It looks fairly easy. It doesn't seem so complicated. But once you're driving it, my God, that's when you'll start realizing na okay, mahirap pala siya. And then what I really love about it is trying to find like that perfect balance of where to brake. I remember the first time that I tried this track. On that first hairpin turn there, I immediately overshot it, and I was like, okay, that was too late of a brake. So you kind of have to look for little signs on the track to kind of serve as markers of where your braking point should be. And I just fell in love with this track. Despite how many times I've driven through it, absolutely just fell in love with it. What about you, man?
I definitely agree with you, Gino. Ako naman, like, of course, as you would, look at the layout, medyo parang adali lang niya tingnan. But when I actually tried it myself with the coach, when we practiced for the GR Supra, nahihiya pa ako sa kanya because, he'd tell me to brake, but every time I do it initially, I would overshoot. Kasi iikot yung coach and I'd have to come back into track. And this happened for numerous times. And And naisip ko to myself na parang, oh my God, like, ang hirap pala nito. And
Kasi you wanna keep on pushing, di ba? Like you wanna keep pushing the car, and you feel like kaya pa to, hindi mo na ako magbe-brake, and then you know the track just kind of eats you up, right?
The coach says na parang, okay, you have to stop treating it like a video game. Treat it like a real car. You wouldn't do that with the real car. And once that happened, I'm sure, as you did, Gino, you did much better.
Oh, you ended up winning. What are you talking about? You did much better.
Like 0.01. Parang, alam mo yun,
It was painfully close. Alam mo yung gano'n? Like, because if you had beaten me by like, you know, a 5-second margin, I would have been like, all right, that's fine. But it's much more painful when it's a small margin, because you're thinking, man, I could have done better. Maybe if I if I stepped on the brakes a little bit earlier, or if I approached this corner a little bit earlier. And that, my friends, is the beauty of you know, e-racing.
Yeah, you see, ito Gino, nakita mo merong 0.3 penalty here.
Oh, wow.
Yung 0.2 na yan, you know, in our race, that would have been the deciding
yan.
factor. Oo, ngayon parang hindi pa eh. So, that's the beauty of racing, everyone.
But this track is such a great track to be on.
And congratulations to everyone who made it to the final heat of the promotional class round 3. Of course, special recognition goes to the top finishers for every lobby, namely Jether Miole and of course, Marcus Victa. And with the round 3 semifinals officially over, it's time to finally proceed to the final heat of the promotional class. But before that, let's watch this exciting new offering from Toyota.
The Toyota GR Yaris is developed through the motorsport ingenuity of Toyota Gazoo Racing. Now, behind the wheel of this fantastic vehicle kind of gives you the drive to win, doesn't it? The GR Yaris is arriving on Philippine shores very, very soon. But if you want to check it out right now, visit toyota.com.ph/GR Yaris is coming.
And finally, we've come to the final heat of round 3 of the promotional class of the GR GT Cup PH 2021. But everyone, before we head back into the action, let's try to see and check out how our competitors are faring in the overall championship race. Of course, we have here Miole with 50 points at first place. Lord Michael and Rada have 37.5 and 27 for second and third. Of course, 18 points goes to Marcus Victa at fourth. Plaza gets 13 points at 5th. Belanca and Pangalinan tied at 6th with 10 points each. 9 points, of course, for Belanca at 8th. Lyle Lemuel Garibay at the 9th spot with 8 points. Of course, Keats at 10th place with 6 points. Aidan Paulo Mussolino, of course, Nigel Cuesta, Angelo Villamor, Custodio, Joaquim Pizarro at 4.5, 3, 3.2, and 1.5 respectively. But anyway, guys, given that we are in round 3, we'll of course sweeten the deal with the championship points that are up for grabs. Gino.
That's right, Ref. So in round 3 of the Toyota GR GT Cup promotional class, the points will have a 2x multiplier. So the winner will get 40 points, while the runner-up nets 30, and the third placer bags 24 championship points. Now, that multiplier trickles down to all 10 spots that are eligible for overall points.
Wow, grabe. It's like everyone still has a chance, and with more points up for grabs, it means that our standings can still drastically change. And of course, here are the competitors who have a chance to add points to their standing.
Now, it's a mix of competitors from the first 2 rounds and some new faces as well. We have the likes of Jether Miole, Bernard Villanca, and Owen Rada, who have participated in all 3 rounds. Now, we also have newcomers in the final heat like Julius Quitlong, Jesse Mense, and Rafael Antonio Reforzado.
So we have new racers up here, and they're all ready for battle, and we are ready to bring you, of course, the action. Now, everyone, root for your bets by commenting on our stream and use the hashtag GRGTCup PH 2021. Now everyone, it's finally time. Let's head back to the Fuji Speedway for the round 3 of the final heat for the promotional class.
And here we go, ref. Round 3 has begun here at Fuji Speedway, and now we see the drivers going for their parade lap around the track with the pace car taking
Indeed, Gino.
points.
Now we see Jether Miole's driver camera. Not quite sure if he's seated or standing.
I think he's standing. I think he's standing, man.
With just the controller, Gino.
Look at that guy. But they introduce everyone in the starting grid for the promotional class. Jether Miole starting in on P1 with Julius Quitlong on the second, Marcos Victa on third, Jesse Mense on fourth, Villamor on fifth, Rada on sixth, Kyle Plaza on seventh, Villanca on eighth, Moselino on ninth, and Reforzado at 10th. And there you go, the start of the race. We have a hungry pack chasing the lead.
Quitlong on P2 chasing Miole there, Gino. And there we have it. Hard breaks imminent now as they come into turn 1. Quitlong thins the gap on the braking point, but it appears that Miole and Quitlong are actually going on the same entry and exit. Gino, alam mo yan, that turn itself requires actually really hard braking.
The braking point is a bit later for Racer for Life coming into turn 3, actually really looking into that slight chance for an overtake. But I mean, obviously Miole didn't want to give up P1 just like that. Now, like you mentioned, that corner that they just passed.
And actually, you see that he has to brake really hard just to be able to kind of, gain traction of the car, and that's what's needed during these turns, aside from the long straights of this racetrack, of course. Now we see Julius Quitlong, Racer for Life, in his driver camera. It appears he's using a wheel for this specific round, actually.
And now into the chicane, it'll be a 3-way battle for P1. Miole, Quitlong, and Victa approach. Oh, there was contact there for sure.
Another hit there.
Oh.
Contact here in between our racers here. We also have Mark Villamor in his driver camera. He's also using a motion controller for this round, Gino.
Ganda, may wind effect pa if you see it, di ba? Parang you really get the feel that he's actually racing because you see the wind blowing in his hair. Very nice to see. But I love that, we've got a plethora of different controllers. I'm sure that some of the competitors that we have here are also using racing wheels. But now we bring it back to Jether Miole coming out of the final corner and into the long stretch. This is where you really get to feel the power of the Supra, because this is where you just step on the gas and very little maneuvering is needed, ref.
But you gotta be careful, because once you push the car to the limit, remember there is a very hard turn here. As you see here, Good Racers or Jether Miole, I'm assuming he's gonna do a hard brake here to be able to get through the turn more properly.
That's right, and into turn 1. Oh, this is going to be a scramble for sure for these drivers. Some contact here. Side-by-side exit there by Plaza and Rada, but Rada regains momentum quicker, overtaking Plaza, taking P6.
That's right. And now we see here actually Owen Rada on his driver camera. He's using a wheel for this round, of course, with gloves to kind of get feel for real races, actually. Actually, that's a smart way to do it, because syempre sometimes you get sweaty, but with the gloves, you get to maintain, that kind of control that you need.
That's true. And now we have Kyle Plaza on P5 here. We see them coming in a hairpin turn 6. Bit of an understeer there from Villamor, but he recovers it pretty fast.
That's right.
I love how the promotional class gets a little chaotic, but at the same time, you also see slivers of potential from all of our racers. Now, here's a new line of approach from Villamor as he's going for the early apex to have a wider exit, and it looks like we see Mence's car ghosting a bit, probably due to a network bug.
The ghost effect is actually normal here due to the network or connection issues, but of course, the racing still goes on for him.
Yep. And here we go. We're going to look into this other turn right here. Villamor with a wide exit there, resulting in a subtle slide, but it gave Plaza an opening on the outside line for an overtake. But Villamor denies it.
That's
not
right.
happening
now,
today.
I think Plaza here, Gino, is trying to look for another opening. Is he going to try to take it? He's trying to overtake him, Gino, as you can see here. Does he get it? I think he gets it. Nakuha niya yata.
I'm waiting for the rear view mirror.
There.
Oh, I think he got it.
Neck and neck here.
Well, this is a straight, so we'll find out if he gets to hold it. But we are welcoming lap 3 with Villamor dicing with Plaza on the long stretch. And
we expect
let's
here
see.
another
The break.
Coming into turn 1. Plaza takes the inside, and I think someone here understeers, giving an opening to Villamor.
But Villamor takes it right back. So Plaza actually overtook him for just a few seconds, for a split second.
He was able to do it right there. So Plaza dive bombs here.
Oh,
on
and
the
it's another overtake, man. They're not giving
It's a
up.
risky move there, but the momentum transferred to Villamor as Plaza nudged Villamor to the outside lane. I'm not sure if you saw that, pero medyo nausok na doon, Gino.
Ref, I think we're seeing a new rivalry forming up here. I believe it is.
Ayun nila yung position na gusto nila eh. Ayun, look at that.
Ato, Rada and Villanca from the rear view of Mense, some contact here and there. It's like, nope, I'm not letting you pass, man. I'm gonna shove you out of the way.
The Supers here obviously a little bit damaged due to the frequent contact in this race, although that is completely normal. Now, of course, we have here the others one going into another turn. They have to be a bit more careful here and not, speed up
Oh
too
no,
much.
Mense ghosting again as he gets into contact with Rada.
So,
There.
Villanca coming in turn 14, nice and steady line there on the exit of turn 15. Well, there's actually, some of them are aggressive, some of them are keeping their composure here, so we really don't know what's going to happen here. Now, final corner, looks like Villamor is avoiding any understeer this time. And they come into this final stretch once again. This is where they test the power of the Toyota Supra.
And this is also where slipstreaming comes into play. And we get to figure out if anybody gets to take advantage of that. But we are entering lap 4 already. As you can see, Jether Miole clocking in fastest lap of the race so far. Very easily done for him. Alright, I think we're gonna see an overtake. There you go.
There you go. And of course, Owen Rada trying to make an overtaking attempt as he takes the inner lane. Well, Villamor tried to take the inside, but there's a bit of contact there. But, they're okay. They're okay. Going for that long stretch once again.
And here we have it. We are currently right behind. Oh, this is kind of, I would assume this is like the middle of the track. No. It's maybe 1/3 into the track, as you can see from the map on the upper
Going for a
right.
more conservative line now, coming in and out of turn 4 and 5 and going through that straight, still doing quite well. Now,
Look at
Villamor
this.
closed that gap with Jesse Menzi coming out of the hairpin turn 6 and is able to do it. Well, the gap is still pretty much the same.
Yeah, but the question is if he was able to narrow it down a little bit, because the turns coming up are the trickier ones.
That's right.
And if he's able to see, there you go, he's closing in, but will he get out of this turn as quickly as, oh, there you go.
Oh, no,
Back of the grid, Rafael Reforzado. Looks like, he's dicing it out. Yeah.
Actually, he has a PS4 controller right there, Gino, if you can see. Now, these guys are dicing all the way until the race ends. We're at lap 4 out of 5. It's actually a pretty exciting race, I would say, Gino. Now, we have Miole, of course, maintaining his lead once again.
He's about to cross for his final lap. In a few seconds, we'll see it. There you go, Jether Miole. Lap
We're at
5.
the final lap, guys, for the GRGT Cup round 3. Jether Miole has a massive lead.
Yeah, if you look to the upper right of the screen, you'll actually see that gap between Jether Miole and the rest of the pack.
Grabe, ang layo pala.
Oh, but
you're looking to close the gap coming into turn 1. Of course, Menzi goes a bit wide, but closes it upon reaching the apex. Does he get it? Actually, we'll try to see here. No, he doesn't, but he's a bit closer than how he was before the turn.
here we go. I think it's pretty much in the bag for Miole at this point. I mean, he is down to his final lap. I mean, everybo's down to their final lap at this point. But
yeah, we gotta see. We never know what might happen because
the competition is really in the middle of the pack. If you see it,
it really is. Now, Jether Miole now just has to maintain his lead. He just has to take care of those corners because one mistake could have Marcus Victa finally coming for him. So
although I gotta say, man, with the gap like that, he can afford like a tiny mistake. He can still afford a tiny mistake.
Huwag lang siya mag-overshoot siguro, Gino, no? Yun lang talaga.
But I think almost approaching the end. Oh,
there he is again, Jether Miole, as he clears turn 13 here. Of course, very kumpo. Kita mo, actually galing nung style niyo with the controller, Parang kapang-kapa niya yung pagkaliko nung.
I wonder if it'll I wonder if it'll be any different if he's sitting down. I actually want to see if there's a difference in his performance. But beautiful drive there from Jether Miole. Yeah, it's pretty much safe to say he's already
going for it, Gino.
he's
Only
going for it.
this stretch, and he has it.
Even
Now,
at this point, even if he lets go of the throttle, he's still gonna end up at number 1. There you go.
There you go. There we have it. Race finish. Jeter Miole takes P1 as expected, clenching his fist hard for the celebration there. Galing, grabe. Well deserved. Oh, and a huge congratulations to Jeter Miole and the other podium finishers, for they are set to take home prizes such as gaming peripherals and other Toyota GR merchandise. And definitely, what a performance from Jeter Miole throughout the promotional class rounds, Gino. What a guy.
I gotta agree. You know what? Knowing that this is the last race of the series, he definitely put everything on the line to finish the course faster than everyone else. And again, just to formalize everything, here is the final confirmation of placings for round 3 of the GR GT Cup PH 2021 promotional class. So we've got Miole, who is the champion of round 3, Marcos Victa coming in at 2nd place, Quitlong coming in at 3rd, Rada at 4th, Mense at 5th, Villanca at 6th, Villamor at 7th, Plaza at 8th place, Bocelino at 9th, and finally, Reforzado coming in at 10th.
Oh man, and with round 3 of the promotional class done, let's take a look at our updated overall championship results. Of course, Jeter Miole with 90 points. This guy won all 3 races of the promotional class, Gino.
Walang patawad. Inubos lahat. Pinakyaw.
Grabe. Now, Marcos Victa at 48, Owen Rada at 47, Lord Michael at 37.5, and Julius Quitlong at 24. That's the multiplier that we were talking about, Gino. He's up there just because of that. Now, Bernard Villanca 22, Kale Plaza at 19, Jesse Mense at 16, Mark Angelo Villamor at 11, Franco Pangilinan at 10th, Jaron Messina at 9th, Aidan Paulo Mosolino at 8.5, Lyle Lemuel Garibe at 8, and of course Julius Kitts at 6, and lastly Ayrton Nigel Cuesta at 3rd, and Michael Custodio at 2.
Oh, meron pa si Rafael Antonio Reforzado
There we go.
also
The
got
new racer
to...
here, Rafael Antonio Reforzado at 2, Joaquim Pizarro at 1.5. A huge congratulations to our round 3 winners for the promotional class, Mr. Jeter Miole. What a racer. Solid race tonight, and for also bagging the overall championship in the GR GT Cup PH 2021 promotional class. Congratulations.
I don't know, Ref. I get the feeling he's not going to be staying on the promotional class for very long. He can definitely hold his head up high, knowing that he basically lorded over the vast field of competitors. And, you know, with that pretty much wraps up the coverage for the final heat of the promotional class round 3 of the GR GT Cup PH 2021. But please stay tuned for exciting action in the sporting class. But before we proceed, let's learn more about the Toyota Vios GRS.
At the core of Toyota Gazoo racing lies motorsports DNA. Combine that with the Philippines' best-selling sedan, you get the new Vios GRS. Its black accent details and aero kit upgrade capture the feel and excitement on the track, and the 10-speed CVT that exudes the TGR competitive spirit. On the road or on the track, always be ready for a heart-racing, exhilarating ride. The new Vios GRS. Bring on the thrill.
Experience the adrenaline rush with the Toyota Vios GRS. Feel the thrill of the Gazoo racing treatment in this exhilarating vehicle. So for more details about this astonishing car, visit toyota.com.ph/Vios/1.5 GRS.
Thank you for that, Gino. And finally, everyone, we've come to the final heat for the sporting class of the Toyota Gazoo Racing GT Cup Philippines of 2021, of course, powered by Petron Blaze 100. Now, we had Monza, then we went to Tokyo, and now it's time for our drivers to try and conquer the Fuji Expressway. But before we head into the action, let's take a look at the overall leaderboard standings with Gino.
That's right. Ang sarap na buhay nila, no? From Italy to Japan.
Oh, yeah.
And now another part of Japan. It's beautiful. But you know what? Here are the points overall. Luis Moreno with 45 points. Following closely behind, Laliave with 42.5. Padilla with 28. Rivera with 21, Cabidoy with 17, Senires with 15, Gubalya also close behind with 14, Sokia with 6, De Vera with 5.5, tied with Guerrero, who also has 5.5, and finally Elman with 3 points.
Thank you for that, Gino. And the question that remains here is, will the top competitors hold on to their spots, or will another competitor rise above the rest? Well, everyone, please tell us what you think by commenting on our stream. And of course, don't forget to use the hashtag GRGTCupPH of 2021.
And of course, we'd also like to remind everyone who's watching this broadcast that you still have a chance to win some sweet Toyota GR merchandise. All you need to do is like and follow the Toyota Gazoo Racing Facebook page and comment your answer for this question in our comment section. So here's the question. Who won the overall championship in the GR GT Cup PH 2021 promotional class? That's super easy. We literally just announced it. So type your answer in our comment section and use the hashtag GRGTCupPH 2021. But with that, let's get to the real prize. We bring you the third round, round 3, final heat for the sporting class. All right, ref, here we have it. Round 3 has begun here at Fuji Speedway, and now we see the drivers going for their parade lap around the track with the pace car taking point.
Most definitely here, introducing the starting grid for the sporting class. Luis Moreno in P1, of course, Terence Alave second, Guevara third, Padilla fourth, Gobala on fifth, Guerrero sixth, Elman seventh, Jeff De Vera eighth, and Ian Sicilia at ninth place.
I'm so excited to see how these professional eSIM racers are gonna perform on this track that we also love and are also familiar with.
Yeah,
I want to see how it's properly done. Alam mo yung parang kung paano ba talaga dapat siya. Alright, we're...
Kasi kami nag-race ni Gino initially.
Ayun na!
So yeah,
Ayan na, we have it.
We have a hungry pack chasing down Luis Moreno for the lead. Of course, Terence Alave not too far behind Gino. Look at that, though.
That's right, and coming in at turn 1, Moreno taking the inside lane. Liliave taking the outside. He goes wide and off track now. He may not have cleared the apex, but he actually still regains momentum and retains P2. So, you know, he might have lost a little bit of time there, but at least he's still on point.
It worked for him, Gino, actually. Ito yung mga techniques na talagang professionals lang yung kaya nilang ano yun eh. Marami silang mga, ano mo na, may mga diskarte sila when it comes to trying to get a position off above another person.
And now we're taking a look at the view of Lance Padilla. Actually, it's a scramble for P5 as Jeff De Vera, you can see there, and Ian Sokia are dicing it out with Lance Gubaya on the outside.
And we see another battle for P3 this time with Mark Voltaire, Elman, and Corban Guerrero right here. They're trying to see kung sinong kaya nilang lamangan dito sa stage na to. And of course, they're all still...
This is a really dangerous territory if you see it, because look at them. They're basically, you know, side by side. Guerrero and was that Corban? But yeah, that was Corban Guerrero earlier.
There was a smooth turn there, Gino, by Moreno. Did you see that? That was nice.
Yeah. Now, Moreno here going a little wide on the corner entry, but nice line there, nailing that apex. It's really a great display of skill, if you think about it.
That's true. In tackling the final corner, Lalave is still keeping up. As you said, display of skill talaga. You see, all of them are actually quite near with each other, but none of them are actually quite hitting, you know?
Oh, did you see that? Sokia incurring a 1-second penalty because of the contact between Guerrero and De Vera. So you can see the penalty right there. It's 0.9, so let's just round it off to like a 1-second penalty.
And now there, guys, welcome
so
lap 2 with Luis Moreno still in the lead, clocking in the fastest lap of the race. Luis Moreno, man, look at that.
Yun, no? But you also see Liliave on his tail into the first corner. So far, so good, actually.
Guerrero there too, Gino, with a huge pack behind him. Looks like there's going to be a scramble coming in and out of turn 1 there. Jeff De Vera closing too hard on the inside. There's a bit of contact there. And now let's see an instant replay. Take a look at the turn 1 scramble right there. Yun yung
sikip niyan.
Look at that, Gino.
Look at how the amount of cars on that turn, man. You had very little space to maneuver. It's crazy.
And anything like there was initially something there that could have gone wrong, but you know they all stayed composed.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go. We actually get another time penalty. Is that another time penalty for Sokia? Yeah, I believe it is. Oh.
Oh, meron nga. There's another penalty there by the contact behind Corbin Guerrero. Now we see Corbin Guerrero again on his driver's side camera. Not sure if he's using a wheeler controller, but he's making places on the race this round. Yun din kasi yun eh. Actually, kung saan ka mas sanay, of course, that's what you would use here. And that's why hindi ka limited by, a controller or a steering wheel.
That's true. So it's really anybody's ball game, and like it doesn't boil down to the hardware. More of like it boils down to just your skill in general. Moreno and Llave on the final corner coming into the stretch already. Moreno is still very comfortably ahead of Llave. You think
there? As you can see,
do you think that Llave
always, behind the wheel as he maintains a sizable gap between Llave there, Gino.
almost I would even say almost emotionless. Like it looks like. And there you go. We're welcoming lap 3, and we look from behind the grid, the view of who is this? Oh, we're still seeing that penalty. Okay, he finally paid off the penalty already for Sukiya, clearing his time. Now back onto the leaders.
There we have Moreno. I'm not sure if you saw him,
middle.
but he came in hot on turn 2 with the Llave not too far behind, and they're okay. Chupagetti here, Llave still has a good opportunity to kind of take the lead, so he's on him, Gino. He's on him.
All right, and now we finally are here. We see Terence Llave in action on his driver camera. He's using a wheel. And with a boom mic, streamer yung dating eh. Alam mo, pag may boom mic.
Streamer si Terence Llave.
Of course, yes.
He actually is a streamer, a racer and a streamer. Now,
yeah, because I think if you were just a racer, you probably wouldn't have a boom mic right there.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So actually, Llave himself streams all of his practice rounds. So if you guys want to see that, that's on YouTube. Now, we have here a great exchange of lines and skills between the drivers in the lead as they tackle some turns. Of course, that's Llave and Luis Moreno. Sukiya out here on the innermost lane, not overtaking Gubala and closing the gap with Rivera and De Vera, actually.
Oh, there you go. An intense position exchange between the back markers as they are aiming for a position where they can do a clean lap as they are nearing the end of the race.
Right.
This is actually at this point, I gotta say, this is where the excitement happens because they're so close to each other and you never know. It's a tug of war between places because as you can see, Moreno's kind of just comfortable there. Yeah.
And now we are about to welcome lap 4 with Luis Moreno still in the lead. Luis Moreno's kept the lead for a while, Gino. He's looking good.
I'm trying to remember. I don't think anybody has passed him. Like the closest to Luis Moreno is Llave, and he has not overtaken Luis Moreno at any point in the race.
That's right.
If I'm remembering correctly.
We have here the driver cam of Padilla right now approaching turn 1, and yeah, that's it. Padilla is actually on P4 behind Guerrero as well. But yeah, you're right, Gino. No one has actually overtaken Luis Moreno at this point. I thought Llave would do it, but wala pa.
At this point, it's Luis Moreno's race to lose. Like if he doesn't make a mistake and if he keeps consistent, then he's probably gonna come out of this with a win. And so far, it's looking like that. But as of the moment, we're actually taking a view of Mark Voltaire Elman clearing turn 3, and now we're finally seeing driver footage of Mark Voltaire Elman in action as he is using a wheel for this race. Very serious face on Mark Elman.
It actually looked like a driver's seat too. Nakita mo, parang medyo racing seat to get the feel for it. Now, of course, our racers here again are the best of the best. So really, not a lot of them making mistakes because these are professionals. These are really professionals.
That's what happens when you're the best of the best. And now we're actually back to Moreno once again. And now we are looking at the camera of Sukiya chasing Gubala coming out of turn 6.
That's right. And Gino,
look at how close that is, man.
I know you know that with these turns here, when we raced here, alam mo naman na it's these turns that are deadly. It's where everything, that can change the outcome of the race can happen. So these guys are actually dealing with it quite well here.
Yes, they are. I mean, that's why they're professionals, man.
Definitely.
This is probably something that they can technically do with their eyes closed. That's how memorized they have.
And
that's how much they've memorized this track already.
They're all in one line eh. Liliko sila. Linya sila lahat.
Eto na. Lap 5 na tayo. Luis Moreno, of course, staying strong and determined on the lead with Llave not too far behind. But I'm trying to see if he has closed the gap ever since the start of the race. But man, Luis Moreno is just driving phenomenally
Luis Moreno
at this
maintaining
point.
his lead. Look at that. Pero Terence Alave is not too far off. One mistake from Moreno.
Ito na.
Makakahabol.
On board na tayo with Terence Lillave. He is really racing his heart out here, you can see.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Moreno is doing the exact same. So how do you catch up with somebody who is, driving just as well as
Actually,
you are?
alam mo, Gino, 5 rounds na silang ganyan if you think about it. So, talagang neck and neck, cat and mouse situation sila ngayon.
I think at this point, Lillave is just waiting for Moreno to make that tiny mistake for him to capitalize on it. But unfortunately for Lillave, Moreno seems to not be having any mistakes at all. Look at how he approaches that turn as they're actually getting closer to the final stretch already for this lap.
We have here Padilla seeing an opening on the inside, attempting to overtake. Guerrero was able to do it. I think he was able to do it, Gino. Let's take a look at the replay here.
Wow, that was a beautiful move. The replay got cut a little bit, but that was beautiful. You can kind of already see how he was able to take that place, man.
Yeah. Definitely, Gino. Now, we have here, of course, the last remaining round for the drivers, so expect them to gun it at this point. So let's see what's gonna happen here. Everyone's still within near of each other. Saan kaya si Terence Alave and Luis Moreno, no? I wonder if they're...
I think I see Moreno already on the map on the upper right, and he's almost kind of... There you have it.
Oh my God, I think...
Yeah, and it's official, man. It's official. Here we go. Race finish. Moreno taking P1. Lillave with also a very good drive. Unfortunately, not able to capitalize on the absence of mistakes from Moreno. So he takes second place. Corban Guerrero with third. Mark Elman with fourth. Lance Padilla fifth. Estefano Rivera coming in at sixth. De Vera at seventh. Gubalya at eighth. And Sokia finishing ninth place.
Oh man, that was a thrilling race from our sporting class. However, it was Luis Moreno who dominated round 3. A big congratulations to him, and of course to Terence Alave and Corban Guerrero who gained podium finishes as well.
Now, you know what? Without question, everyone was in high gear to chase the victory, but in the end, there can only be one winner. And here is the final confirmation of placings for round 3 of the GRGT Cup PH 2021 sporting class. Luis Moreno, champion of round 3. Lillave at second place. Guerrero at third. Elman coming in at fourth. Padilla at fifth. Rivera at sixth. De Vera at seventh. Gubalya at 8th, and finally Sokia coming in at 9th.
And after 3 rounds, how does the race for the overall championship of the sporting class look? Well, of course, we have Luis Moreno at 85 points, Terence Alave at 72.5, of course, Luis Padilla at 44, Estefano Rivera at 33, Corban Guerrero at 29.5, Mark Volter Elman at 23, Lance Gubala at 20, Nathan Cabidoy at 17, Gab Sinieres at 15, Jeff De Vera 13.5, and Ian Sukia at 10. Of course, a huge congratulations to all the winners in the sporting class, especially to Luis Moreno, who took home the overall championship. Grabe, I'm sure he's in cloud 9 right now because, man, sobrang good vibes all over. And if kulang pa rin kayo sa good vibes for tonight, well, wait till you see what Toyota has in store for us. Check this out.
Now, even if the GRGT Cup 2021 is ending, the fun is not yet over, folks. And in fact, we are just about to begin because the Toyota Gazoo Vios Cup is back. That's right, catch your favorite racers and celebrities in action as they compete at the Clark International Speedway with the first leg, which is happening on July 10, 2021. Now, they're going to be going at full speed and pushing their cars to the limit in the Autocross Challenge or the Circuit Championship. But because, we're keeping your safety in mind, we're bringing the events to you via the Toyota Motor Philippines and Toyota Gazoo Racing Philippines Facebook accounts. Now, you can watch at home and get extra perks like chatting with your favorite celebrities or seeing some behind-the-scenes highlights. So don't forget to like and follow the Toyota Gazoo Racing Philippines Facebook page over at facebook.com/Toyota Gazoo Racing PH and the Toyota Motor Philippines page at facebook.com/Toyota Motor Philippines for more details and updates. Now, this year's Toyota Gazoo Racing Vios Cup will be held in cooperation with Bridgestone, official fuel partner Petron, and supported by Motul. All other sponsors are also Rota, Brembo, Denso, AVT, 3M, Tuason Racing, and OMP. So what a race weekend it has been, Ref. Throughout the competition, each racer navigated some of the most popular and also challenging courses in Gran Turismo, and that's why congratulations are definitely in order for those who won in all rounds and those, of course, who took home the overall championships, namely Russell Cabrera for junior class, Jether Miole for the promotional class, and Luis Moreno for the sporting class.
Gino, I can't even believe that 3 rounds already came by. Ang bilis mo, that was so quick. But then again, all of them really had a superb performance from all championships. Championships were really amazing because Russell Cabrera, Jether Miole, Luis Moreno, these are racers that we've been kind of gunning from since the first round. So medyo alam mo na talagang meron silang edge, and it really showed today.
And they really kept their consistency, and I think that's, in the end, that is the reason why they won for all of their classes. So that basically marks the end of our coverage for round 3 of the Toyota Gazoo Racing GT Cup Philippines 2021, powered by Petron Blaze 100. We still have our national round, so just keep an eye out for news on that. But for now, again, we just want to thank everyone who tuned in to us, and we hope to see you in the next season. So until then, keep safe, especially when driving, cruise through life's challenges, and always chase your dreams at full speed. On behalf of my co-host, Ref Pangsil, my name is Gino Pillamor, signing off for now. Bye, guys.
Heading into the pit already, and the races are of gold.
It looks like we'll be seeing an overtaking attempt by Miole from the outside, and Pangilinan maintaining his position. Side by side, Sofia and De Vera tight in turn 4. Oh!
There it is, Gino!
Yeah.
Yes.
It looks like these drivers will stop at nothing to win here tonight.